in Hanoi. I am walking towards the Opera House because my tour guide asked me to go there because it's easier for him to pick me up. Yeah, where is the Opera House? Is it this one? It looks like it. Hopefully that's the one. I don't want to be lost in there. Opera House. I am hungry, but I'm too fat already, so I shouldn't be eating all the time. Some parts are the same as how I remembered it, but yeah, lots of it is still different. There's a stock exchange, but I don't think it's a real stock exchange. It looks too fancy. Inside.
Very small.
Pardon? No, it's 8:16 a.m. and I am still waiting here since 7:35 a.m. I have still not seen my guide. This is his assistant, by the way. So yeah, we are still here. This is a fiasco.
As the few minutes around 10:45 to 10:50, 10:45 to the 10:50. Yeah, will be the first stop for everyone. Yeah, in the Moor Cave Ecolog, everyone. Yeah, you free time in there for around 1 hour to 1 hour 10 minutes, 1 hour to 1 hour 10 minutes. Yeah. In the Moor Cave Ecolog, everyone, you free time. One king in the Trần dynasty. His name is Trần Thái Tông. At that time, Hanoi is the capital of our country. He moved the local from the Hanoi came to the Ninh Bình, yeah, to open a new village in the Ninh Bình, and he said at that cave to saw the local dancing for him. So that's why Vietnamese people we call it Moor Cave Ecolog. Moor means dancing cave, and nowadays Moor Cave it is became one of the historic area for the Vietnamese people. Yeah, and of course everyone. 1 hour in there is enough time for everyone. Yeah, you can hike into the top, visit the lotus field, and visit the cave. Yeah, you can do both. You do a little bit rush. Yeah, it's a little bit rush. Yeah, and about hiking to the top, everyone, we no need to get to the top. Yeah. How hard you want, you can do how hard you want. Yeah. Modern life, the children they start care, and they when we get the lucky money, now they start compare with each other. Yeah. And for the young people, yeah, if you from 22 to 30 years old in the Vietnam, if you still didn't get married, it's really big problem for you, because the family, yeah, the parent, the grandparent, they will ask you, why you didn't get married when, yeah, and because the children, because the parents in the Vietnam, they always want they had their grandchildren to hug. Yeah, they want, and the most important thing it is they want their family name can keep longer. Yeah, because in the Vietnam, you know, the first son in the family, they are the person who responsibility take care about their parents when they become the elderly people. And the first son in the family, they also is the person who responsibility about keep family name longer. The family name longer, it is we more prouder about it. Yeah, we more prouder about it. And every family in the Vietnam, they always want they have their family name can keep longer and longer. Yeah, and in the Vietnam, it's very normal. Cultural Vietnamese people, it is stick together. So that's why if you go to visit the countryside in the Vietnam, it's very normal. If you see 2, 3, maybe 4 generation Vietnamese people, they live together. It's very normal. It's very normal in the Vietnam. Yeah, before, yeah, around 20-25 years ago and before, it's very normal. 2, 3, 4 generation Vietnamese people, maybe 5 generation Vietnamese people and relatives, they live together around there. Yeah, but from the 20 years ago to the nowadays, the modern life, the new generation in the Vietnam, they start a little bit change. They want freedom, they want independence. Yeah, yes, and yeah, it is one of the thing. I think the modern life, it is the changing. Yeah, and you know, everyone, you know, the population in the Vietnam blooming. The population in the Vietnam nowadays blooming, and everyone, as you know, that Vietnam we just is very small country, right? Yeah, Vietnam we just is very small country, but you know the population in the Vietnam around more than 100 million population. 100 million populations. The population in the Vietnam blooming from 25-30 years ago. After the 1985, the population in the Vietnam blooming. Before the 1985, the Vietnam with death in the war for a long time. The war with the French more than 80 years. 1858 and the end in 1954. The war with the Japan in the World War II for 5 years, 1940 to the 1945. Yeah, after the 1954, after the war with the Japan, maybe everyone you know about the Vietnam War with Americans. Yeah, Vietnam War with Americans for 20 years. The most terrible thing it is from 1965 to the 1975. Most terrible thing. Yeah, it is for 10 years. And Vietnam War still has a lot of bad effect with the Vietnamese people nowadays. Yeah, nowadays. Yeah, for example, like yeah, why I said that, yeah, the Vietnam War with Americans just for short time, but it is more terrible because just for 2 years, 1972 to 1973, just for 2 years, Americans they bombing the Vietnam. Do you know how much? Yeah, 15 million tons bomb for 2 years. 15 million tons bomb. Yeah, and some special time like the end of the 1982, they bombing the Hanoi non-stop for 12 days. 12 days non-stop, every minute bomb. Yeah, and most terrible why I said that it still had a lot of bad effect because the everyone maybe you heard about it, Agent Orange. Nowadays, yeah, in the Vietnam we had a third generation had a bad effect from the Agent Orange. Yeah, yes. And the latest war in the Vietnam, it is the border war with the China, 1978 and the end in 1982. And just from the 1982 to the nowadays, our country win the peace. And after the war, the population in the Vietnam blooming. Yeah, and nowadays we have more than 100 million population. Yeah, the population in the Vietnam blooming is put a lot of pressure on the new generation in the Vietnam nowadays. Yeah, I think for the people from the 1990 to the 2005, it is the most very hard for them because the population blooming is put a lot of pressure on the accommodation and job opportunities. Yeah, for the new generation. Yeah, for example, like about the accommodation, everyone, do you know how much about the property about it? It will be shocked. The price of property for almost a hotel in here in the old quarter had a price around 60,000 to 100,000 US dollar just for 1 square meter. 60,000 to 100,000 US dollar just for 1 square meter. It is the most expensive. It is the most expensive in the Vietnam. Whatever you can imagine. For the apartment like in this area, around more than 10 kilometers, 10-15 kilometers from the old quarter to there. The price of apartment in here also around 80,000 to 100,000 US dollar for one apartment, around 45 to 60 square meter. 45 to 60 square meter. Yeah, but do you know how much about the GDP in the Vietnam? Last year, 2024, general GDP of Vietnamese people just 4,368 US dollar per year. Yes, this means for the normal people like a construction worker in the big city, yeah, they just earn around 400. Yeah, in the big city they can earn more. Yeah, around 400 US dollar per month. But in the countryside, 60% Vietnamese people they live in the countryside, and the country in the countryside, all of them they are the farmer, and they are the farming. Yeah, and the farmer in the Vietnam they plant the rice, coffee. Yeah, of the medium salary of the farmer in the Vietnam just 250 to 300 US dollar per month, and that's it. Yeah, but just apartment in here, everyone, 80,000 to 100,000 US dollar. Yeah, for 45 to 60 square meter. Everyone, you can imagine. Yeah, very crazy. And now it's very difficult for the new generation in Vietnam. Yeah, can buy a house or get a job. Yeah, very difficult. But the good thing about the property in Vietnam, everyone, it's very expensive. But when you buy the land house, you can keep it for yourself forever. Yeah, and every year you don't have to pay not much money. Yeah, you don't have to pay not much money for the tax. Yeah. And
felt so pretty. And no one's sending postcards from the city. I've been walking downtown every day. But this I always try to fit in.
For to his son, and he built it 9 years ago in the 2016. Yeah, and he went totally 45 million US dollar to build his house. 45 million US dollar, everyone. Square meter, and in front of the castle had a 2 small house for to his son, and it also is the biggest private house in. And it is historic area, and also is nowadays also became one of the most tourist attraction area in the north of the Vietnam. Yeah, Ninh Bình, it is historic area because of more than 1,000 years ago, 2 dynasties in the, yeah, very special. Yeah, and spend more time in the Coc National Park area. You can walk through the butterfly garden with a million butterflies, yeah, flying around you. Yeah. Spend more time in the Ninh Bình, everyone. You can go to visit the Phát Diệm Church, a Catholic church. Yeah, Ninh Bình, it is one of the first area in the Vietnam, the Catholic, when the Catholic priest, they came to Vietnam to protect the Catholic in the Vietnam. And in the Ninh Bình has a very special church. Yeah, we call it Phát Diệm Church. Yeah, the Phát Diệm Church was built by the local from 150 years ago. Yeah, but one special thing of the Phát Diệm Church, it is the local, they built it stone mountain like this. The limestone mountain on the mount in the Ninh Bình, yeah, not too high, just around 200 or 300 meters.
Consume my head, I hate this feeling. I wanna be a paragon, not a villain. I hate the city, but I stay for you. My love's so pretty, and I always knew from the day we met I'll be with you. The first time you said that you love me too, couldn't pass without you. I'm hollowed out, so I packed my things and we moved down south. Shared a room in a foreign house. This will take some time, but that's what it's all about.
Sige dyan tayo kasi makikita mo yung kabilang side. Oh.
This is what it looks like. Everyone's like scrambling up. It's crazy. I got my bag, so I'm going down now. I thought it's further. Very small cave. It's got like a well inside. And this is for prayer. There's a tiger there. And that's it. Coconut is like 20,000 here. Cheaper than Hanoi. Hanoi was 35,000 last year.
If they're lucky, they can catch some. Yeah. If they unlucky, they can catch some. Yeah. And normally they need around 5 to 7 people to catch, to surround, to famous in the whole of the Vietnam. And nowadays, yeah, it's very difficult for the visitor, yeah, for the foreigner can try to go to it, yeah, because actually it's not cheap, very expensive. Normal around 35 to 40 US dollar for 1 kilogram, yeah. And even you have a money, yeah, if you want to go to the restaurant, you said that you want to try it, yeah, I'm sure that, yeah, normal is not available for the visitor, yeah, for the visitor. Yeah. And the second specialty of the Little Queen, this area, it is the pancake rice. Do you know about the popcorn, everyone. The popcorn, yeah. The logo in here in the Ninh they make the pop rice from the rice, yeah. Normal, it stick together into small pieces like the taste of the pop rice mixed with the hot soup in the winter. It is unforgettable taste, yeah, yeah. And one more specialty of the logo in the Ninh, yeah, yeah. Very famous in here, yeah, and very famous in the north of the Vietnam. The rice wine of the Kim Sơn village. Kim Sơn village, they are the village with the traditional yard. It is make the rice of the world.
Did the full round, it will be 12 to 13 kilometers, so that's too far for a one-day tour. Plus, this thing reminds me of Yangshuo. I've already walked Yangshuo, so it's almost basically the same thing. So I'm like doing the same thing like twice. Oh my god. It just looks like Yangshuo now. I thought it was more beautiful, maybe because it was misty at that time. But it's not misty now, so it's like, it's just normal. Am I wasting money doing tours for twice? I mean, it's the same thing as Guilin in Yangshuo and Guilin. So why am I here? Weird. Oh my god! Just to remind myself, I guess. I think I need to rethink my schedule. Lisa? Yeah, I'm right. Now that's food.
You can sit everywhere.
Hi.
Sorry.
It's okay. Look. Vietnamese spring roll, salads, and this one we can see. Okay.
Thousand years ago, Vietnam was dominated by the China almost 1,000 years. Yeah. From the 40 BC until 938. In the 938, we had one hero. His name is Ho Quyen. Yeah. He helped for our country independence from the China in 938. Yeah. But after that, he passed away. After he passed away, a lot of Vietnamese people they fought with each other because the one became the new king of our country. Yeah. In the history, we call that time it is 12 warlords. Yeah. And in the 968, we had a new hero. His name is Dinh Bo Minh. Yeah. This is the childhood. This first picture about this is the childhood of the king. Yeah. When he was a child, he would let the children in his village. Yeah. Fought with the children at other village. They wave like the buffalo, the blood or red flower like a flag to fight with each other. So that's why when it came inside, we can see on the right side had the one buffalo in here. Because one the buffalo here in this area like the symbol of our king, symbolic on big theater. Yeah. You know, when the king, when he was a child, he very naughty. Yeah, he very naughty. One time, when he went to the when he went to pick up the buffalo for his uncle, he killed one buffalo here to make the party for his friend. Yes, more than 1,000 years ago. Yeah, the buffalo very important for the Vietnamese people because at that time 100% Vietnamese people we were farmer. Yeah, we farming and we use the buffalo to help us on the farm. Yes, but he killed one buffalo to make the party for his friend. Yeah. And when he grew up, he helped for our country independence from the 12 warlords. He defeated all of them. Yes, and the next picture, he became the first king. He became the first king after 1,000 years Vietnam was dominated by the China. Yeah.
That is his name?
Yes, the king. The next picture, he became the king. Yeah. This is the ceremony. The ceremony. He became the king. Yeah. And when he became the king, everyone he chose. Ninh Bình was the capital of our country. We had a lot of regions, but had the two main regions. The first one, this area, Ninh Bình was Ninh it is his hometown. And another reason, because in the Ninh area you can see a lot of limestone mountain. Yeah, and this area is surrounded by the limestone mountain. Limestone mountain like a natural fence, protect for his cheap area. At that time, our country we just independent from the China. Yeah, he worried that we can have a new invasion from the China. So that's why the king he chose the area easier for him to protect his area. Yeah. And after that, the first dynasty and the second dynasty, they also choose Ninh was the capital of our country. This is the time when the time peaceful of our country when he became the king. But unlucky ever, his dynasty just in the short time, very short time, just in the 12 years, from 968 and the end of 979. 979, the king he passed away because a waiter put poison in his drink. Maybe, and a lot of people they said that maybe had someone supported for the waiter. Stand at the background of the waiter. And for the custom of the Vietnamese people, and a lot of the country in the Asia too. When the king passed away, their first son would be the new king of our country, right? But the king he didn't do it. Before he passed away, he chose his second son became the new king of our country. And because the king he had 5 official wives, 5 queens. 5 queens. He had 5 queens. It means he had 5 official wives and a lot non-official. 5 queens. 5 queens. 5 queens. 5 queens. He had 5. It means he had 5 official wives and a lot non-official. Lucky man. Lucky man, right? Yes, and maybe he loved one wife more than other wife, right? So that's why before he became the king, he chose his second son became the new king of our country. And of course, his first son, I'm unhappy with it because before he became the king, his first son supported for the king a lot to defeat the 12 warlords. So that's why, when he became the king, he chose his second son. He unhappy with it. So that's why he made a bad decision. He killed his second son, although they are in a family. So that's why, and in the history, kill the king is really big criminal. In the Vietnam. So that's why after he killed the king, the military of the king also catch him and they decided they kill him too. And the last son of the king, his name is Dinh Tuan. He just 6 years old. He became the new king of our country. But of course, he's just 6 years old. He couldn't control our country. And her name is Dương Vân Na. She's stepmother of the second king. Also is one of the. She also is one of the 5 queens of the first king. She took dragon clothes. Clothes of the king. And she gave it for general. Clothes of the king like the symbol of the powerful of the royal family. And she gave it for general. His name is Lê Đại Hành. This means she won change the powerful from the first dynasty. For the general. And the general he became the new king of our country. When he became the king, the woman she became the queen of him too. Very smart woman, right? It means the queen, the woman, Dương Vân Na, she became the queen of the 2 kings, first king of the first dynasty and the first king of the second dynasty. The China, when they knew that at that time it is the Dong dynasty of China, When they knew that the new king of our country, just 6 years old, they conquer our country again. This is the picture about the war. The general, when he became the king, he led our country defeated invasion from the Dong dynasty in the China. This is the picture. This is the picture about the war. The picture about the war. The war. When the China they knew that the new king just 6 years old, they conquer our country again. So that's why. Because before that, Vietnam was dominated by the China for a long time. For a long time. That's why they knew that the new king of our country just 6 years old, they conquer our country again. And after we defeat the invasion from the Dong dynasty of China, everyone, and the general, when he became the king, and unlucky his dynasty also in the short time, just for the 29 years. And in 1009, 1009. The first dynasty just from 968 and the end in 980. In 980, it is the start of the second dynasty, 980 to 1009. 1009, after the first king, he passed away, had a new general. His name is Lý Công Uẩn. He is the general in the second dynasty. He held the powerful and he became the new king. When he became the king, he traveled a lot. And one time he traveled by boat on the Red River, came to the Hanoi. Yes. Everyone, do you know what the Red River? The river surrounded the Hanoi.
Yes.
Yes. And also it's the biggest river in the north of the Vietnam. And more than 1,000 years ago, the Red River was the biggest river in the Vietnam.
Okay.
Now they became the second after the Mekong River in the south. But more than 1,000 years ago, Mekong River was Cambodia. It's not was Vietnam. It's not was Vietnam. Yeah. And when our king Lý Công Uẩn, he traveled, came to the Hanoi. He slept on the boat and he dreamed. He saw dragon fly up in the Hanoi. And after that, he invited a lot of feng shui master. Yeah, feng shui. Everyone, do you know what the feng shui? The feng shui is very, very important for the Vietnamese people. Feng shui, like for example, like feng shui. The woodland, the wood area, Vietnamese people, we live at the woodland, the wood area can have the wood effect to the people, to the local live in there in the future. Yeah, even now that when Vietnamese people, we build our house, we also invite the feng shui master to say to us what direction we should build our house, or the day we should start building our house. And more than 1,000 years ago, feng shui is very, very important for the Vietnamese people. A lot of feng shui masters, they said that Hanoi has a wood feng shui. But at that time, Hanoi has named Đại La. Yeah, because Hanoi very high and flat, far from the sea, surrounded by the Red River and has a mountain in the west. High and flat, the locals, they live in there. They never had to worry about the flooded. Yes, surrounded by the Red River. The Red River can protect for the Hanoi. Yeah, and has a mountain in the west. Mountain in the west had the meaning that prevent the bad luck keep straight to the Hanoi. So that's why our king Lý Công Uẩn, he decided he moved the capital. Yeah. Yeah, this is the capital. Yeah. And the year he moved the capital, it is 1010. Yeah. And from 1010 to the nowadays, Hanoi was the capital of our country.
Okay.
And when he moved the capital to the Hanoi, he changed the name of the Hanoi from the Đại La to the Tam Coc. Tam Coc means rising dragon, like history. And Tam Coc also is the name before the Hanoi.
Okay.
Yes.
Tam
Coc, Tam is
okay.
Tam means fly up, Long means dragon. Yeah, it means rising dragon. Yeah, at that time, to build the one imperial is very expensive, very expensive. Yeah, because at that time, the king he built his imperial by the wood, and to build the one imperial is very, very expensive. So that's why at that time our country was very poor. Yeah, so that's why we had to move. We couldn't build the new imperial. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's why now that everyone you go to visit this area, you can see this area very flat. Just over there, the one stone statue. The king he wrote down the reason why he moved the capital. Yeah. And everyone, we can go this way. Rebuilt in the 17th century. Yeah, this temple. So that's why everyone you can see it had some architecture from the 17th century. And at that time, 17th century. Yeah, so this temple is very huge for the Vietnamese people. But compared with the nowadays, very, very small. Yeah, this dragon back, also rebuilt at the same time with the temple. Yeah, because in the history, our king he used this dragon back to offering the God, offering the shrine. Yeah, you know, spiritual life very, very important for the Vietnamese people. Every year, like after a couple of weeks, this time, every year after Lunar New Year, the king or the president in the Vietnam had to make a ceremony praise for the peaceful for the whole of our country. And in the history, they made it in here, in this area.
It's exactly like.
I think in the Chinese, you don't have
Wait, but
no, it's not unicorn. Vietnamese
it's not a unicorn.
We call them
It looks like it. It looks like lion.
Just in the spiritual life of Vietnamese people, they are the animals that can finger who's bad person, who's good person. Yeah. So that's why we make statue of them near the gate before we into the temple of Hanoi. Yeah, the male had the horn. Yeah, the male had the horn. maybe. In this temple, had something I wanted to do for everyone. The first one, everyone, it is this flag. This flag just in the temple, just in the temple we have. Yeah, in the pagoda we don't have. Yeah, temple and pagoda in the Vietnam is different. Temple worship the God. Yeah, pagoda worship the Buddha. Yeah. Pagoda we just worship the Buddha. Yeah, and temple we worship the God. In the temple there's no monk, but in the pagoda they have the monk. In the temple we can use the meat to worship the God, but in the pagoda we just use the vegetarian food. Yeah, to worship the Buddha. And in the temple we had this flag. This flag it is the holy flag of the Vietnamese people. Yeah, from 8 centuries ago. 8 centuries ago. Yeah, had a 5 color symbol for 5 elements. Yeah, 5 elements. The red one it is symbol for the fire, yellow, soil, blue symbol for the water. Yes. The white symbol for the metal. Yeah. Yes. Then the green symbol for the wood.
The wood.
Yeah.
Yellow?
Yeah. Soil.
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 Okay.
And
Yellow
outside
soil.
look like the flame. It is symbol for the Dong Ap spirit. Dong Ap spirit from the Trần dynasty 8 centuries ago. It is like a spirit of the Vietnamese people when they fight back enemy. Because Trần dynasty it is strongest dynasty in the Vietnam. Yeah, in the Trần dynasty we defeat invasion from the Mongolia 3 times. Yeah.
Mongolia came here too?
Yeah.
Genghis Khan?
Yeah.
That's not possible. Genghis Khan.
Not the king, they didn't came to here. In the China they came, we just defeat the general of the China. Yeah. Not owner of the China.
So you defeated Genghis Khan, whoa.
Yeah, this wood very special because in the history, the royal family in the Vietnam they use this wood to make their chopstick. Because this wood had a white color, but when this wood starts the poison, the white will change into the black.
Oh.
Yes, after a couple of minutes, yeah, it will change into the black. So that's why, yeah, in the history, yeah, the royal family in the Vietnam they use this wood to make their chopsticks. Yes, male and female dragon, symbol for the yin and yang. And on the top, at the middle, everyone, the circle with the flame, yeah, it is the symbol for the sun. Yeah, symbol for the sun. Because the main god of the temple, yeah, he's the king, right? Yeah, So that's why on the top you can see the sun. Yeah. If the main god in the temple, they are the woman on the top, we have the circle, and with a crown surrounded, symbol for the moon.
It's like dragon at the side.
Everyone, I need the water and the work to do everything. Yeah, so that's why we offering by everything we have. Yeah, maybe beer, cup. Yeah, and we will offering
Cars also.
For for normal for a few days to 1 week. And after that, we take the food, we share everything.
Okay.
Yes.
It's exactly like Chinese culture.
Okay.
These boat ladies, they're all using their feet. 用脚的哦，现在用手了。Hey, look, they're using their hands. They used to use their feet, and the boats were bigger. 以前的它的船很长的，不是这样的，改了，不一样的。哎呀，用手不好玩，用脚才对，别人再掉下去。
We don't have any boundaries, but there's something that I need to know. You said that you'd never doubt me, but it's time to get on with the show. Give me a reason. Tell me about everything that you know. Give me the thing that you wanted all along. Sing me a song. It's the time that is fading, and the people that we used to know, and the way that they gave in, the direction they want you to go. Give me a reason. Tell me about everything that you know. Give me the thing that you wanted all along. Sing me a song. Oh, oh. Give me a reason. Tell me about everything that you know. Give me the thing that you wanted all along. Give me a reason. Tell me about everything that you know. Give me the thing that you wanted all along. Sing me a song. If you're reading this now, odds are I've already left town. A few cities in between the new skyline where I'm looking down. A few empties on the floor and a note on the door of your house. And this silence reminds me of what's left behind me for now. There's a broken down car parked outside the barn up the road, and a weather vane hanging all crooked from the rain and the snow. I'm a half mile past where we ran out of gas years ago. So I'm taking my time and I'm gonna drive by it once more. But you'll see there's a new life waiting, and I just don't want this feeling to go. If you're reading this now, please remember the good times we had. Don't forget about the moments we tried, we cried, or we laughed. There's a good chance our paths will eventually meet up somehow. Just know I had good reason to go if you're reading this now.
into you or the things that you do when I leave. There's a million little things that I'll miss. Just know that somehow you don't need another reason to leave me if you're reading this now. I'm a long ways away, but you're safe, and I know you're better off this way. If you're reading this now.
人不来，这个木上没有中文字，一般都是中文字的。
真是像哦。
中间那个一般没有中文字。
It's got lots of like fancy restaurants and like tailors like this. So much difference, amazing. Compared to last time, even my Tam Coc, what do you call my Ninh Binh tour? The people who ride the boats, they have changed it. It didn't look like that last time. They used their legs to row. Now they use their hands, and the boats are smaller. There's more infrastructure. They're still doing it now, but yeah. Oh my god. The puppet theater. I've done this one before. Hanoi. Hardly see any pharmacy. This is the one I found. And I got some eye drops. Now I am looking for my biksu. Latte in biksu. Okay, I finally got this. It's a smaller one. But okay, look at this. It's like all the fruit peels. In warm water. It's like a bit slimy.
Gì cũng ăn chứ mà gà không ăn. Nắm kìa nó biết đồ nó đặt kìa. Nắm nó đặt đồ rồi.
Bà Kỳ á nhá, hôm nào mà con ngủ muộn ấy, như bọn hôm con ngủ sớm đúng không? Con phải gọi dậy đúng không? Con ngủ muộn một chút mà sáng nay tự dậy.
Hồi sáng này chứ đi ngủ quên rồi 7 giờ chứ thức.
Bà ấy, sáng là bà nói chuyện rõ to rồi.
Thì tao nói ngay mà tao nói cho nhà.
Am I my clothes? On my bag.
My name no. Or my name Putin.
Wow, so smart.